So if you've been following the channel for a minute, you know that I did a review of the USB-C Apple Pencil a couple months ago, and I was pretty favorable about it. Unfortunately, my iPad had a rather violent encounter with some concrete and landed on the Apple Pencil. So while the iPad, this one, turned out okay because it was actually in a case for once, the Apple Pencil did not fare as well and no longer works. I remembered someone left a comment on that video suggesting I try an alternative from a company called Benks. So I said why not, and ordered it off of Amazon. It took a couple tries to get an actual new one, but I've been using it for a couple weeks now. So this video is going to be a review of the Benks magnetic pencil to see if it actually is a worthy alternative to the Apple Pencil USB-C. The Benks pencil is compatible with these specific versions of the iPad mini, iPad Air, and iPad Pro. So I didn't really do any research on this product before I bought it. So I was more than a little surprised to see that it looked pretty much exactly like the Apple Pencil 2 when I took it out of the box. And here is the very similar looking Benks pencil. Wow. Where's my other pencil? It's right here. Guys, this is no joke. Look at this. Very similar looking. That kind of makes me laugh. That's awesome, kind of. The only real differences I can see are the lack of the Apple Pencil logo on the flat side, as you would expect, and on the eraser end there is this LED. The LED is useful because it's how you know if the stylus is turned on. When you're ready to use it, you click the eraser end and hold it for 3 seconds and you'll see that LED turn blue. You'll also see the LED when the pencil is charging. Speaking of charging, it actually charges just like the Apple Pencil 2. So if your iPad supports that magnetic charging, connect it to the magnetic side of the iPad and it starts charging. One of the benefits of this LED is knowing for sure that it's on and paired. One problem I eventually started running into with the USB-C Apple Pencil is once you take it off the iPad, it actually takes a second or two for it to wake up and reconnect. So I would try to start writing and nothing would happen. That doesn't happen with this because I can just look at the LED and see that it's on. The Benks pencil pairs just like a standard Bluetooth device. There's no fancy quick pairing or anything like that. You have to go into settings and Bluetooth and pair it just like you would any other Bluetooth peripheral. I don't see that as a huge deal because you ideally only need to do it once. You know, the thing I like the most about the stylus is that to me it feels just like every Apple Pencil I've used. Now, I'm not an artist, so I'm not looking at this from that viewpoint. My uses for this are essentially taking notes and doing some diagramming at work. So for my use cases, this pencil pretty much checks all of the boxes that I needed to. It supports standard Apple Pencil features like sliding in from the bottom left corner to take a screenshot. It supports scribble, and it supports general navigation around iPad OS. This stylus also supports tilt, which I don't really use, but it's nice that it's there. There's also some additional functionality in the eraser end. So if you click once on this end, you go back to the home screen. If you double click it, you actually enter the app switcher. What's probably my favorite feature about the Benks pencil is the price. Now it retails for $50 US. I got it on sale, I think for about $40 on Amazon, and I wouldn't be surprised if this thing is pretty often on sale. But even at full price, it still comes in cheaper than all of Apple's options. And again, for my uses, pretty much does the exact same job. And because it's cheaper, if I were to accidentally break this one, I'm not gonna feel nearly as bad as I did when I broke my other one. You know, people say Apple Pencil Hover is a gimmick, but I gotta tell you, if you are a heavy Apple Notes user, it really comes in handy. I have terrible handwriting, which means I'm very often switching between the write tool and the erase tool. And having the hover feature in Apple Notes means I always know whether I'm in write or erase mode. The Benks pencil doesn't support that, and I would guess it's more due to Apple's restrictions than anything on the Benks side. There's also no pressure sensitivity. Again, not an artist, don't really make use of that. But if drawing is one of your desired use cases for this, it's something you should be aware of. I think artists make a lot more use of pressure sensitivity than us general note takers. So I really like this pencil. Way more than I was expecting to. Now, I'm self-aware enough to know I'm the type of purist who normally sticks to Apple's accessories. So I didn't really expect this to be good. I expected this to be a cheap knockoff. But I would wholeheartedly recommend this as an alternative to the USB-C Apple Pencil. It is missing some features like Apple Pencil Hover, pressure sensitivity, quick pairing, but it nails the basics if what you want the stylus for is to take notes. So that's it for this review. I would definitely continue using this stylus going forward. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you. If you could like the video and subscribe to the channel on your way out, that would help me and the channel out a ton. And with that, I will catch you in the next one.